Okay, thank you for those who have entered their cities and countries into the chat. I would just like to welcome everyone. It's morning on our side, but it most likely is evening on your side. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Althea Evans, and I'm here to share information about the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at UBC. So this, of course, is an incredibly exciting opportunity for exceptional students from Africa who are passionate about making a difference. So over the next 30 minutes or so, we'll walk you through everything you need to know about this scholarship, from what UBC is all about to how you can put together a strong application. I will ask that everybody please hold their questions until the end of the presentation. If you do have a question that you would like to put in the chat, feel free to use the chat throughout, but we will be having a question and answer period at the end of the presentation. If you would like to verbally ask a question, we'll do that by having folks raise their hand at the end of the presentation. So we will not be responding to a raised hand throughout the presentation. I would like to also thank some of the Mastercard Foundation team members here at UBC who are joining the call. Melissa and Lena will be in the chat responding to questions as I go through the presentation. So once again, thank you for joining. And let's begin. So here is just a quick look of what we'll cover today. We'll begin with a land acknowledgement, followed by a brief overview of UBC as an institution. From there, we'll dive into the details of the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program, what it offers, which academic programs are currently available here at UBC through the scholarship, and the admission requirements, the application timeline, and tips for preparing a strong application package. We'll wrap up, as I said, with a question and answer session. So once again, if you'd like to ask a question directly, please keep that until the end, but feel free to put questions into the chat. Okay, as I mentioned, we are going to begin with a land acknowledgement. So the University of British Columbia, Vancouver Point Grey campus is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. This is an important recognition that we make at UBC, as the land was never ceded through treaty or agreement, and the Musqueam people have been the stewards for thousands of years. We also acknowledge that many of you are joining from different countries in Northern and Southern Africa, and we acknowledge the traditional owners and caretakers of those lands as well. We take a moment to recognize this history because it grounds us in our work in respect and gratitude. And you'll find that campuses all across the country do this type of land acknowledgement before starting any type of event or session. So let me give you a brief overview of the University of British Columbia. So UBC is globally recognized and is consistently ranked among the top public universities in the world. Our vision is to inspire people, ideas, and actions for a better world. For that mission aligns closely with goals of the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. UBC is home to over 71,000 students across 2 campuses, and more than 60,000 are based right here in Vancouver. Of those, over 16,500 are international students, including more than 4,300 at the graduate level. So you would definitely be joining a truly diverse and globally minded community if you have the opportunity to join us here at UBC. We have a strong network of over 400,000 alumni across 160 countries, which is a testament to the reach and reputation of a UBC degree. For graduate students in particular, we offer on-campus housing and a wide range of student services, including career support, counseling, and student clubs here at the Vancouver campus. So now we're going to talk more about the Mastercard Foundation's scholarship itself. So this scholarship is funded by the Mastercard Foundation, and it's designed to develop transformative leaders who will return to Africa and contribute meaningfully to their communities and to the continent at large. Over the past 10 years, UBC has supported 171 Mastercard scholars, and we are proud of the impact those graduates are already making. Looking ahead, we hope to support approximately 351 more scholars over the next decade. Each year, we aim to bring in around 39 to 40 scholars. Our targets reflect a commitment to equity, with 70% women as a target, including 25% refugee and displaced people as targets, and 5% of students living with disabilities. So those are the target demographics that we aim to achieve through our scholarship admission process each year. The thematic focus of the program is on forestry, agriculture, water and land management, and data science, all the areas that are critical enablers of sustainability and development across Africa. Importantly, this is a fully comprehensive scholarship. We'll explain what that covers in more detail, but it's designed so that financial barriers do not stand in the way of your education if the scholarship is received. So we'll talk a bit about the specific academic programs available through this scholarship at UBC Vancouver. So within the Faculty of Forestry, you can apply to 5 programs. The Master of Sustainable Forestry Management, the Master of International Forestry, a Master of Geomatics for Environmental Management, the Master of Urban Forestry and Leadership, and a thesis-based Master of Science or Applied Science in Forestry, which is a 2-year research-based program. In the Faculty of Science, we offer a Master's of Data Science. And in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems, you can apply for the Master of Food and Resource Economics or a Master's of Food Science. A few important things to note that most of these are 8 to 12-month professional programs, with the exception of the Masters of Science or Masters of Applied Science in Forestry, which I mentioned is a 2-year research program. All programs here are taught entirely in English. So let's have a look at the academic admissions criteria. The specific minimum requirements vary depending on your country and your undergraduate institution, and you can find detailed information on the link shown on this slide, which we will also paste in the chat after the session, after the presentation. So generally speaking, you should have completed coursework or relevant experience in your area of study. A strong academic record is essential as this scholarship is highly competitive. The basic requirement is at least a B+ average or equivalent, that is equivalent to a second class upper division in many systems. As I mentioned, that is the minimum, but most scholars who are accepted far exceed the minimum. So please be prepared for that level of academic competition within this scholarship. If your undergraduate degree was not taught in English, you will be required to provide an English language proficiency test, such as an IELTS or a TOEFL test, with your application to the faculty. You will also need academic and character references, as well as a detailed resume, and we'll talk more about that in one of the next slides. So let's walk through the application timeline. And this is one of the most important slides, as these dates are fixed. So we offer flexibility on these dates. Once the deadlines have passed, we move on with reviewing all of the applications that we receive at that time. So our application process at UBC has 5 steps. The first step is to complete an expression of interest. We do have an online form that is linked to our website. This form opens on Monday, August 31st this year, and it will close on Friday, September 6th at 11:59 p.m. Vancouver time, which is Pacific Standard Time. This expression of interest form is your first opportunity to tell us about yourself. After reviewing submissions, we will invite selected individuals to move forward to the second step. In the second step, eligible applicants from the expression of interest process will receive a personalized link to apply to the Scholars Program. That will happen between September 15th to September 30th. Applications are reviewed on a rolling basis, so apply early. We generally want to avoid having all applications submitted on the deadline date of September 30th. So keep those dates in mind so that you can prepare to apply expediently. After that application process, so once you receive your personalized link and you complete that link to apply specifically to your program and to the scholarship, the third step would be to shortlist those applicants. So all of those applications will be reviewed, and the shortlisted applicants will be invited to apply directly to the faculty. At this stage, we provide fee waiver codes so that you can apply to the faculty at no cost. And we also have a deadline for that portion of applying directly to the faculty, which is November 26th of this year, which is different than the general program deadlines that are posted on the official faculty websites. So once again, keep in mind that these are Mastercard Foundation scholarship deadlines. It's not necessarily aligned with the individual faculty or program deadlines. We do have specific deadlines that cater to our scholarship program. So if you do go online and you see different dates on specific faculty websites, keep in mind that the scholarship program dates are different. So please only follow the dates that are provided here, and that will be provided on the Mastercard Foundation Scholars website for the UBC campus. The fourth step is that selected applicants from the faculty, once you apply directly to the faculty, they have the opportunity to select their top candidates, and those candidates will be invited to a video interview. So you would receive a link to a portal where you would answer questions in real time. They will be recorded. And then the fifth step is that all of those recordings will be viewed by the final selection committee. And the selection committee will then select the applicants that will be receiving the scholarship for the next year. And we are now going to be receiving applicants for the 2027-2028 academic year. Okay, so once again, these timelines will be posted on our website. So if you're not able to jot them down now, you will be able to find them on the UBC Mastercard Foundation Scholarship website. We'll also post the website in the link. If someone from the team can do that, that would be great. Okay, so we talked about the timelines. Now let's talk about preparing a strong application package. So the most important thing is to be authentic. So this is your opportunity to show us who you are, your achievements, your character, your vision. Don't try to sound like someone you're not or someone you believe that we're looking for. Represent yourself genuinely, and that's the best way to really shine above other applications. Also, one tip is to be specific in your responses. So highlight real accomplishments with concrete examples and be honest, be truthful. Any exaggeration can be discovered and will hurt your application. For your 2 reference letters, choose people who you know well and can speak to your academic abilities and your leadership potential and your good character. This could be a professor from your undergraduate time. It could be an employer or a community leader. So give your referees also enough time to write a thoughtful and detailed letter. One of the 2 referees must be an academic reference, so please prepare for that. And all letters must be in official letterhead if it's coming from an official institution or an organization, and in PDF format. So Word documents are not recommended as they can be edited. So we would like this to be in PDF format. Also, one thing to note in 2026 is that AI is a very well-used tool, but we would suggest to avoid using AI tools when you write your application. We are looking to hear your voice and your story and your experiences. And applications that feel generic or AI generated will not stand out. And I can tell you from experience in reviewing applications that AI has its own tone and its own specific voice that can very easily be picked up after reviewing hundreds of applications. So please, once again, be genuine and show your own voice in your application package. For the video interview, we also recommend that you prepare generally by reviewing your application, reviewing your resume so that you can speak to it. But one thing that we suggest not to do is to read from a script. Interview questions are different each year, so you will not know in advance what the question will be. So once again, be genuine, let your personality come through, try to relax. We want to get to know you, so be yourself throughout the process. Finally, some practical reminders. Make sure you answer every question before moving on in the application form, as you may not be able to return to the previous page. And do not wait until the final day to submit your application. As I mentioned earlier, technical issues can happen. It sometimes happen. Every once in a while, we'll hear from applicants after the deadline who will send us an email to say that they had a technical issue and they weren't able to apply on time because they had planned to apply the last day of the application. In those cases, we are not able to accept late applications. So plan in advance to submit your application in advance. In case there are any technical issues, you can attend to them before the deadline and ensure that your application is submitted on time. Okay, so we are moving on. This is an example of a resume template that you can use as a guide. This will also be on the UBC website, so you can refer to it online. Your resume is definitely an important part of the application. It should be clear, professional, and well organized. You should include your educational background, of course, and any work and volunteer experience, specifically leadership roles and skills that are relevant to the program that you will be applying to. Quality matters more than length. So we are not looking for 5-page resumes that are detailing every single experience. Please be focused in your resume and highlight the most relevant experience. We are looking for well-written materials. A 2-page resume is usually ideal. So if you need to revise your resume to 2 pages, we suggest that you do that. A lengthy resume usually does not display your highest achievements very effectively. So keep that in mind. Once again, all of this information is going to be available on our website. So you can go to our website to learn more. And I encourage you to review the website before completing the application so you are clear on all of the requirements and all of the processes that you will need to follow. You will find detailed program descriptions and admission requirements, and also responses to frequently asked questions. As I mentioned, the link to the expression of interest will be available once that is open on August 31st. We recommend that you bookmark the website if you do plan to apply, as you may want to check it regularly to keep on top of deadlines. One important thing to note is that because we do have a very high volume of applications that we receive each year, we do not get back to applicants that are not successful in the process. So if you apply and you do not get an invitation to go to the next stage, please understand that your application was not accepted in this year, but you are definitely encouraged to continue applying if this opportunity is something that you would like to pursue in future years. We will be posting on our channels, so on social media, LinkedIn, when applications are moving through the stages so that you are aware that we have moved on to the next stage. And once again, if you were not invited directly to move on to the next stage, that means that your application has not been selected to move forward. So that is the end of the formal presentation. Once again, I would like to thank you for attending and for your attention today. And we hope that you've come away with a clear picture of what this scholarship offers and what it takes to apply. The Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program is truly a life-changing opportunity. It is not just a degree, but it's a chance to become a part of a very powerful network of leaders committed to Africa's transformation. We believe in you and your potential to make a difference. And we encourage you all who are eligible to apply to please apply. We will now be taking questions. And before we do,